This is Dave Rose from Remember Your Future, and today I want to talk about my recent Substack. I'm running out of money, and that's okay. If I had limitless wealth, I'd likely make choices I'd regret 10 years from now. Costs are rising, but my income is not. Making ends meet is becoming a challenge. Our utilities have increased 50% year over year. Transportation costs have increased 25%, driven by fuel prices. Groceries were once 200 per person per month. Now we spend closer to 300, another 50% increase. As costs rise, a surprising benefit emerges. We are forced to question our spending choices or risk sleepwalking into bad debt and an unhappy life. The question is, what life do I want? One helpful question I've been asking is, how does this purchase impact me 10 years from now? 10 years from now, I aspire to be known as a more loving husband and father, a more faithful friend, a more generous man, a more thoughtful employee, and a healthier man, to list a few examples. Forced to scrutinize my past spending, I found four candidate expenses to cut or keep by asking, how does this impact me 10 years from now? The first is driving. I have the option of using a freeway or a tollway to get around my city. The freeway is predictably busy and congested, while the tollway is unsurprisingly lighter, even in rush hour. Historically, this tollway has added about 10% to my total transportation cost. But does it contribute to my 10-year vision? When I choose the freeway, I save 10%, but I arrive home later. I can't help with the kids' homework, or I'm late for family dinner. In stop and go traffic, the likelihood of an accident increases. The wear and tear on my car increases. The efficiency of my gas car decreases. So while I save the toll, some hidden costs arise. I will replace my brakes sooner and spend more on gas while also losing some time with my family. The tollway stacks the odds toward my 10-year vision. If the tollway saves me from one accident every 10 years, it's worth it. It means less risk of injury or death for me and fellow commuters, more time with family and friends, less hassle with insurance, less wear and tear on my vehicle, and less gas usage. Yes, surprisingly, the tollway is aligned with my 10-year vision. So the verdict? When Google Maps predicts a significantly faster trip using a tollway, I still use it. The financial impact? On average, tollways cost me $50 a month. That's worth it. The second is restaurants. My wonderful wife does the majority of the meal prep in our home. By eating out, she gets a break. The kids and I often help, but she admittedly does the lion's share of the work. So when we go out, she's off duty and truly at rest. This appears to be a worthy expense. But the food is rarely healthy. The kids are going to order the chicken nuggets and fries again. The portions are massive and rich. Often, rather than spending time as a family, we are distracted by the TVs or the coloring sheets. What if I prepped a meal or two each week? What if I rallied the kids to help me with the meal prep so Mummy could have the meal off? We'd spend more time together doing something for Mummy. We'd eat healthier. Sure, it would take longer, but it would be doing something together in love to honor Mummy. What an excellent way to waste time as a family. Light the candles, play some music, set the table, and serve up a weekly special meal where Mummy doesn't have to do a thing. This is closer to who I want to be in 10 years. So the verdict? Instead of going out, I plan to prep dinners, our main meal, on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and conscript the kids to help. Financial impact? On average, we spend $500 a month on restaurant food. That's $6,000 a year saved. Number three, single malt scotch. I love a fine single malt scotch. I am happy with a Lagavulin 16. No, I'm not saying farewell to scotch or alcohol, but I am asking, does Lagavulin get me closer to my 10-year vision of my future self? When I enjoy alcohol, I sleep a little less deeply. That degrades my performance tomorrow. I'm foggier at work. I'm tired at the gym. So when I buy that beautiful single malt, I allocate tight fiscal resources to a product that takes me further from who I want to be, healthier and energetic. I wish it wasn't true, but here is a joy that is best enjoyed less frequently. So the verdict: buying and drinking alcohol is now restricted to weekends and only when the budget allows. Financial impact: on average, we have spent $200 a month on alcohol. That's $2,400 a year saved. 4. Netflix. For a quote unquote small monthly fee, we have access to a seemingly limitless supply of rotating shows and movies. What a deal. Except we can't decide what to watch, or often what we really want to watch isn't currently available. So we feel an obligation to pick a lesser choice because we've already paid for this service. Or we spend even more money to watch what we really want by renting it on another platform. Why do we waste our precious time with lesser choices? I want family movie nights to contribute to our 10-year vision. I want the at-home date night to not be subpar. Could it make sense to cancel Netflix and intentionally choose to rent what we want to watch? To avoid the paralysis of choice Netflix offers, to avoid the temptation to binge watch subpar content on Netflix all day. When I think about who I want to be in 10 years, Netflix doesn't help. It hurts. So the verdict: Netflix and other streaming services are now canceled. The financial impact: 240 a year saved to allocate to shows or movies we really want to see. The clarity of constraint. There's something clarifying that comes with financial constraint. If I suddenly entered into abundant wealth, would my 10-year vision change? No. I'd still want to be a more loving husband and father, a more faithful friend, a more generous man, a more thoughtful employee, and a healthier man. The decisions I'm making in times of financial constraint are good, even in times of abundance. They're just easier to see when finances are tight. I wish costs weren't rising. I wish my income was keeping up, but I am thankful to be forced to evaluate my spending choices. Perhaps if I had limitless wealth, I'd continue to make choices I'd regret 10 years from now. Since I have constraints, I am compelled to make hard choices today that cultivate the life I really want. If you feel I've earned it, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're notified when I publish my next video, and let me know your questions and comments in the chat. And also, please feel free to follow me at Substack with the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.